that is the definition of exploitism. That if that is not close to slavery, I don't know what that is. So this is just so, oh my god, I am so angry at this company. I can't believe I get angrier by the second. Okay, so in today's video, I am going to prove to you guys why Handy is neither cheap. They are actually way too overpriced. Their pricing is idiotic, nor it is simple to use or fair to neither their customers or their workers. I have a lot to talk about in regards to shady business practices, pretty much, and among other things, you know. But we're gonna be talking, I'm gonna be giving a lot of personal experiences with, you know, businesses like Uber, like Handy, like Groupon, going to tell you everything you need to know so you don't fall for these malpractices from these terrible corporations, new app corporations, that all they're doing is literally affecting the economy of the US. So today we're going to be talking about Handy. First and foremost, I'm gonna let you guys know what is Handy, right? I don't know if you've heard of Handy before. It's actually a pretty popular app nowadays. If you heard of TaskRabbit, well, Handy, it's kind of like a similar version of that. I don't know if you heard of, like, Amazon now has Amazon services. So they're all kind of like trying to grow that niche of, like, why go through a small business that is trained and professional and has been doing this for a while and, you know, focus on quality control when you can just go through an app and hire, you know, random people that can do it for like a lot less, right? Wrong. These companies are far from cheaper. They charge, if not the same, more than small businesses. So we're going to discuss that. So what is Handy? Handy is a platform that is meant for helping people find local and affordable help from other people that work as freelancers without having to pay the excessive company fees. Pretty much is the idea of what they make you believe. So it seems like a perfect service company that you can hire when you're in the need of you just need a little bit of help. You can't really afford a company to, you know, come and do regular service or company regular fees, but you just want to hire like a regular person to come and help you. Let's say you're moving out of your house and you just need like an extra hand, and you don't know anyone that can help you on that day, and you just kind of go on this app and hire this person, or somebody help you assemble furniture and you're not really good with that. Or even house cleaning services. So it just seems great to be like, hey, like, I don't want to hire like a cleaning company. I just want to hire like a cleaning lady or a cleaning guy to come and just do it for me without me, you know, paying company fees. And it seems like, oh, and I just have to go online and, you know, book the appointment, and I don't even have to go through too much struggle, and it's simple. These app companies make everything so simple. Well, no. That is far from right, far from being accurate, and it's a complete lie, and it's complete BS how much is affecting small businesses, and how not even far from better than a small business is. It's the complete opposite. Like, if you want a company that is going to overprice you, send you complete amateurs and unprofessional people to do a job that requires somewhat of a professional or experienced person, and that it's only going to be a bad experience, then Handy is the company for you. But if you actually want good professional services and you want affordable services, this is not the option. And I'm gonna show you and prove to you guys on this video today why I'm not just taking this information out of my ass. I'm not just saying this because I'm bitter or because I have a small cleaning business, a small service company that is called Excellence Cleaning Pros. If you guys want to check out the link on the description. So pretty much I decided to try to figure out how was it so hard for us to even find workers, let alone people that would want to pay our rates that are already as low as they can get. And I'm thinking, like, how is people just going through this app online and hiring just random people? Like, why would they do that? Why would they not hire a small, perfect little professional cleaning company like ours, but instead they go through this, you know, bullshit app that sends people by themselves without the proper equipment, without the proper training, like without all the licenses and insurance that you require? Like, why would they do that? And I did something crazy. Yes, I went and signed up to this shenanigans company, and I actually hired a cleaner, and I got all the soup out of him. He told me everything that he's been through, how the company operates, everything. I recorded this conversation in case you're not believing me, which I don't think I'm gonna be putting the recording in this video, but if you want to hear the conversation, I can make a second video with just that conversation. It's a long conversation, so I'm gonna try to edit it down to like maybe 20 minutes for the most important parts, but for the most part, yeah, if you guys want to hear that conversation, very, very crazy stories over here from this guy. But other than that, okay, so in today's video, I am going to prove to you guys why Handy is neither cheap. They are actually way too overpriced. Their pricing is idiotic. Nor it is simple to use or fair to neither their customers or their workers. Nor it is an ethical company that you should ever trust. Handy, you mess with the wrong small business owner. It's time for war. All the dirt I know on you. So point number one, I'm going to talk about first, for starters, and everybody has to understand everything, I'm going to walk you guys through their system, and I'm going to tell you guys why Handy's booking system is very misleading and complicated as fuck, very stupid and idiotic. We're also going to get to point number two, which is also you're going to see how their pricing is just ridiculous and unfair. The way they do their estimates, not knowing the first thing about what it requires to clean a house for the first time, what it requires to, you know, estimate a cleaning for the first time. So what I did earlier is I put my zip code, and then I put the number of bedrooms and bathrooms. I picked the smallest one, just one bedroom, one bathroom, because I'm like, I'm just gonna have them clean my bedroom, my kitchen, my living room, my bedroom, and my bathroom. If they even have time to do that, which he didn't. But partly it was my fault because I talked to him most of the time, but also okay, I'll get to that later. But so I have to use a new email because the other one is already registered on the system, so it doesn't give me like their initial promotion that they have. So I put in right here, one bedroom, one bath, and I picked the date. I picked 7 a.m. See if they have any options, but I'm gonna pick a different time, a time more like where most likely people get to work. I'm gonna pick 10 a.m. and then I did a new email. So at the very bottom you can see right here where it says, for your home we recommend 3 hours. That means 3 man hours. That means one person working for 3 hours. So that's what I think a one bedroom apartment should take. And in theory, if you clean it bi-weekly, then yeah. But when you clean a house for the first time, it doesn't take 1 hour. You want to do a good thorough cleaning the very first time so you can then do a recurring cleaning. So they are stupid. They just want to, you know, trap you with the idea of like, oh, we're only going to charge you this much. But that doesn't bring a good experience to a customer, because if I had a house that hasn't been cleaned in a few months and it's really dirty, a basic cleaning, it's not going to do much to it. It's still going to feel like, and then I'll have to wait until the next time they come back so it looks a little better. So the best way to go about it when it comes to a cleaning is that you do a good clean the first time, and then you just maintain it. Not like we do periodical cleanings. So I'm going to click get pricing, and right here we get to this page and it shows me. It's like coupon apply. Check out in the next 2 hours. What the hell? Check out in the next 2 minutes and get 30% off your first booking. So they're offering me a $43 coupon if I check out in 2 minutes. So they're already rushing me, so I have no time to look in the terms and conditions because that's not going to take me 2 minutes. Terms apply. Everybody says terms apply. So okay, pretty much you see right here the first option, step 1, choose your frequency. So you can always change frequencies, reschedule, or save cleanings for later. But I'm pretty sure they apply extra fees because look, they are by default, they put me into like their preferred option, which is like the middle one, the bi-weekly with the 6 months. So this is the deal, get more savings. So they say all bookings are backed by the Handy Happiness guaranteed. Save more when you commit to a longer plan. So they are making it sound like if you can save more money if you commit to a longer plan. However, there is no option to not do that. Like if I just want a one-time cleaning, I'm like I have to commit to that plan. So this is the thing. I am allowed to cancel because this is America, so there's a lot what they can do, but there's so many loops. So I am allowed to cancel. Well, actually, there is some companies that they lock into a contract no matter what. I had that happen. That's another story. So they lock into a little contract. So the minimum is 3 months. And if I decide that I don't like it or whatever, which I don't know what's the point of locking into a contract. If I'm not happy, I'm going to cancel anyways. But this is the thing. So once I cancel, I have to pay $100 more. So if today's 3-hour cleaning is 3 hours and I am really unhappy, which I was not happy at all with the service whatsoever. Like even if I would have not, like my idea of it, like my purpose for it was to get information from the guy and see how good he clean, so maybe we can hire him and he could work for us instead. But unfortunately they sent me a person from very very far away, and he ended up being like almost an hour and a half late, which was very inconvenient for me because I had to go to work exactly 3 hours later. So I didn't want to have this person staying in my house while I'm not there. This person I just met, like that would be that's such a terrible idea. Why would you do that? Why would you just leave a random person hired by an app in your house? It's like leaving your Uber driver just chill in your house. Like what? No. So yeah, that was that. So anyways, I just started asking him all kinds of questions and started interviewing him and asking like why this and that. Because from the very beginning I was like, why would you accept this job? Why would you just not cancel? Why would you want to drive 2 hours to work for 3 hours? Like you're gonna literally work for free because you know you're the time you spend to, no, you actually have to drive 2 hours here and then 2 hours back. You know, that's 4 hours. You're gonna drive 4 hours to work 3 hours. Like why would you do that? He was an hour and a half late, and then when I told him, I was like, hey, you can come in and work with us at our job. He's like, no, but I have to go to the next cleaning. And I'm like, well, you were late with us, so you're gonna have to be late over there. You still owe me another hour. And no, he still owed me like 2 hours because he was only with us for like an hour or something before we had to leave. And then so the cleaning he did was, I noticed him being very thorough. Like when he didn't even bring a vacuum, so we had to bring our own vacuum. And since for the floor that we only have the business vacuum, which is like a very professional vacuum. So once he grabbed that and he saw like the attachments that it had and how easy it was to just, you know, put on your backpack and everything, he started going crazy on the counters, got inside and everything, which I really liked the fact that he, you know, went above and beyond. I think maybe it was mainly because he was like kind of like feel bad and stuff like that. So I wanted to see how he cleaned, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, he has potential. He might be able to be a good option to work for us, you know, somebody that actually puts in an effort. So he went crazy on the couch and everything, but he was kind of like slow when it comes to like dusting. He would like kind of like move things. It just kind of like he didn't have like no techniques that he had learned because he didn't have much experience. Like he had some experience, but he didn't have the massive amount of experience that as a company we have, you know, that we have done like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs. So we know all the tricks in the book. Like, and I don't even think that he would have done much in 3 hours, to be honest. I would have done the cleaning much less time. So right there, it was just kind of like all he did was he vacuumed the couch, and the hourly was there. He talked to us for a little. We were talking for a while, for like at least 30 minutes or no more than that. And also was talking to him while he was cleaning. But the thing is that while I was talking to him, he kind of like would stand and talk to me instead of actually cleaning and talking to me. But for most people, that's hard. But he didn't do much. He kind of like made it up the next day because he met us at another job and kind of made up. But it just was, I really felt robbed out of my money because I wanted him to clean my house, you know, make my money's worth what I was paying, and then while also giving me some insight. So the fact that he was extremely late, that he had to leave early, and I'm still getting charged by Handy, like I don't know what to do. Like I don't want that experience to happen again. So I want to kind of like tell Handy, like I want you to send me someone local, like, or I want my money back, type of thing, you know. So now if I cancel, instead of paying $100, well, what did they charge me? You know, I'm gonna end up paying like at least $150 or more for a 1 hour service, pretty much, you know. Even if it would have been a 3-hour service, they are charging you $50 an hour. $50 an hour for an untrained person, an untrained cleaner, or somebody that doesn't come with a professional vacuum. That I didn't even get to see his vacuum. I don't know if he said he had a vacuum, but you know, a lot of vacuums are not that great. So sometimes it's good that the customer provides vacuums, but for floors, he said he will usually Swift it. You can't just clean a floor with a Swiffer. I don't know who told you guys that that's how you clean floors. You can maintain a floors when it's like getting dirty, like on a weekly basis, kind of like, or twice a week. Go with the Swiffer really quick when it starts to pile up some, you know, dust or dog hair or something like that. It helps. But when you're gonna clean, when you be a professional, you want somebody to vacuum it good or sweep it or something. But you gotta have a floor vacuum. You can't just not vacuum a floor when you're being hired to take care of the floors. You can't just go and Swift it, you know. So that's the thing. Especially you're paying $50 an hour for somebody to come with a Swiffer mop and Swift your floor. That is insane. The worst part is here that while Handy is charging you $50 an hour, they are paying this cleaner minimum wage. He was getting paid $15 an hour as an independent contractor. So from those $15 an hour, he gets no workers' comp. If he gets hurt in any way, shape, or form, it's on him. He gets no, he is none of the an employee benefits, which is, you know, a social security savings, you know, healthcare type of, Medicare kind of benefit that the government provides for people with low income. So you get none of that. You get no social security savings, no retirement, nothing whatsoever. And you get no insurance if you get hurt. Fees that all companies pay on their employees, but this bullshit company gets to get away with it with their whatever loophole of like, hey, we'll pay you this much money, da da da. And he told me that they give them, they get like a few incentives here and there. But at the end of the day, it's like it doesn't matter. They just, you know, brainwash you by thinking that they're getting a good deal when they're not. Because he drove 2 hours to my house. They didn't. I was like, why would you drive? Why would you accept the job? And this is what he told me. He told me that Handy does not let them know any details whatsoever of the job until they actually accept the job. That is so wrong. That is so unethical. That is so messed up in so many levels. Who does that? Who goes to a job and be like, do you want to work? Where? No. I don't answer me with the question. Answer me. Do you want to work? Well, yeah. Okay, sign right here. Okay, here. Now that you sign a contract, you're going to work on the other side of town. And you're going to get paid this amount of money. And yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. Do not want to work all the way over there. I don't like, you know, that's going to be way too much gas for me, time. That I don't think it's going to be too late because you already, you know, you have a contract with us. And if you cancel, then you're gonna have to pay us $50. Like, that's how they do it. Like, are you kidding me? That's just so ridiculous. How is nobody complaining? How are they getting away with this? It's, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. I don't believe people are hiring. If you're using Handy for any service whatsoever, I don't care if it's moving, I don't care if it's mounting, I don't care if it's furniture assembly, please, no. don't. This is a messed up company that is only doing this for one reason and one reason only: to make a shit ton of money from dumb, ignorant people. And they care less about the quality, they care less about the service, they care less about the customer. Let me keep going because I am not even close to be done. Short contract they have, it's 3 months, brings me to a total of $252. $252 for a 3-hour service. Like, it's not like they're giving me more hours. They're not gonna be like, okay, if you only want it every 3 months, then we're gonna have to do like a bigger clean today. And then, because at first I thought of that, I'm like, well, maybe they're gonna give me a bigger cleaning because it's a monthly thing, and they're gonna give me like bigger cleanings in those 3 months, so I am really, really happy. Well, no, it's still 3 hours. It's still 3 hours. That is insane. The person shows up here and he's only getting paid for 3 hours, because it's not like how long he takes or how much he wants to take, or this is a portion, take us one. No. The person only gets paid minimum wage. Gets paid $15, which is minimum wage in California. $15 for 3 hours, which is $45 they can pay, and that's already including their supplies, that's already including their gas, everything. So while Handy is charging me $252 divided by 3 hours, while they're charging me $84 an hour, they are only paying their cleaner. Oh, what I did is that I chose the 6-month option. So that's how I was able to bring it down to $150 minus the coupon or whatever. But yeah, if it's 3 months, you get charged $250, which minus the coupon is $180 for the first cleaning. And then if you cancel, you still have to pay $100. I don't know if it's the next 2 cleanings or the next 3 cleanings. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 months after your first cleaning. Of course it is. But it doesn't specify that. That's their lack of clarity. That's something that you need to figure out on your own, or you need to figure out once you're locked up in the stupid contract, which I am. So I am going to have to pay for the stupid $100, whatever the hell. Once you book this appointment, if you do the 6 months or whatever, which is what I did, so that I can cancel and I can pay less regardless, then they just have to say, tell me what inside the cabinet, inside of the fridge. So if I wanted to add inside of the fridge fee alone is, the fridge fee is it's just $20 more. I can only imagine what kind of cleaning they are. 30 minutes. They give the person 30 minutes to clean a fridge. A fridge does not take 30 minutes to be cleaned. A fridge takes at least an hour. If you do a good cleaning, it takes at least 45 minutes to an hour. If you're doing fridge, and especially if you're doing fridge and freezer, but just the fridge alone, you have to pull everything apart. You have to clean it very good. Wash everything, then put it back together. It does not take 30 minutes. Trust me. Maybe a quick wipe down takes 30 minutes, but a fridge does not get cleaned good with a quick wipe down. There's so many sticky residue that gets around all the little. Yeah, you guys gotta watch, gotta follow my social media to know what I'm talking about, to understand what I'm talking about. When somebody needs their fridge clean, it's usually really dirty. Most people's fridges are really, really dirty, unless you're like me, clean freak. When I'm always constantly wiping down when there's a little spillage, then your fridge, it needs to be pulled out, wash it really good, then pull it back in. So if you want the oven, it's also $20 more. 47. Yeah, it's only $20 more. If you want laundry, wash and dry, that is, so in order for them to give you the best like offer ever, you have to be bi-weekly, and you have to be like for at least 6 months. So, but if you cancel before that time, all bookings are backed by a Handy happiness guarantee. Save more money when you commit to a longer plan. So pretty much if you cancel anything soon, boom, $99 charge fee. So my 1-bedroom apartment, let's say I'm a clean person, regardless, because whether my house is disgusting and needs a good thorough cleaning before I start to a recurring cleaning, or my house is already really clean, I just need somebody to come and tidy it up, it doesn't matter, because all they pay the cleaner is for 3 hours. And please remember this, they only pay the minimum wage. Yes, I have the recording stated where the cleaner said that he only gets paid minimum wage. So they only get paid minimum wage. $15 is minimum wage in California. So they get paid $45 to drive from wherever, because they don't even give the person like an idea of where they're going to drive until they actually accept the cleaning. We'll talk more about that later. Only gonna be there 3 hours. Doesn't matter how clean or dirty the house is. 3 hours. And I get to pay more for those 3 hours if I commit to what is convenient to them, what is the most convenient to the company. And if I cancel, my $150, but if I cancel instead of paying $103.80 plus $99 for the cancellation fee, I'm paying $203 pretty much for a 3-hour service. I'm paying $67.6. $67 an hour for an incompetent, for an untrained, unprofessional cleaner that shows up with like maybe supplies that are not even good for, you know, for my furniture, or maybe supplies that they show up with no gloves, they show up with no shoe gloves, they show up with, you know, nothing. Many of them don't even show up with masks. So this is unbelievable. They have no like, they are not allowed to tell the cleaner like what are they supposed to do. It's up to each individual person, because they're independent contractors, so they can't tell you how to do your job. It's up to you to know how to do your job. But they're hiring random people. They're not hiring a person that has a business that specializes in something, that has a, you know, a legit business. That's an independent contractor, not like a freelancer. That's, well, there's loops. Anyways, and they want to make it look like you're hiring a photographer, right? Well, yeah, you look at their portfolio and you look at their thing, and it's like, yeah, you hire them randomly, you pay them their fees. Or you can say, hey, I'm gonna be giving you a lot of work, so this is what we pay for our independent contractors. And then the person could be like, okay, sure, but you're hiring somebody who is already trained in the field, who has a portfolio, who has things to prove that he's like, hey, yes, I do this kind of job and I do it very well. So no, this is not what's happening in companies like Handy. You know, it's ridiculous. So no, this is nothing. The worst part is that if I want to do like a monthly cleaning, it goes up to the initial, well, I guess the recurring service, because I'm tied to a 6-month. It goes only up for like a couple dollars, which is weird. Anyways, it's still 3 hours. It doesn't really matter. And if I do for a 3-month contract, it's $252 for 3 hours. Are you kidding me? That's $84 an hour. Who is paying this money? Why? How are people paying this money? People, please. Like, I swear to God, you know what? I'm going to be doing a review on Molly Maid. And although they are far from being the company that, you know, we are, they are so much better. They only charge $40 an hour for service, and at least they train their cleaners a tiny bit better than these people, and they send 2 people at a time, and they have a much better system. Why would you want to pay for this? Why? Like, there's so many maid service companies out there. Like, why? Oh my God, who is paying this insane amount? This is crazy. Why would you want to hire this company to have some random dude? Like, it's because it doesn't even like they send guys sometimes, they send girls, and I'm sorry, but guys can be really good on the hard part of the, you know, the harder part of the cleaning, which is like, you know, like the floors and the, you know, windows and stuff like that. But they're, by nature, most of them are not as detailed as girls. And for us, the best combination is having a guy and a girl cleaning, because guys can deal with the heavy load and the girls can deal with the attention to detail for the most part. But it doesn't matter. The point is that they send people that aren't trained and are complete amateurs, and you're paying $85 for that. How? Oh my God, this is insane. The world has gone insane. How is Handy getting away with this? Calm down, Francesca, please. Oh my God. So yeah, and if you want to add like inside of cabinets, it goes from $252 to $294. So it's like $40 for inside of cabinets. They don't even know how many cabinets I have. I can have 1,000 cabinets. Okay, it's a small home, so they're just assuming it's not a lot of cabinets. But, okay, so inside of the fridge is $30. Oh, because I'm not picking the 6 months. It's $40 more, too. That makes a difference. So you get a discount. You get a discount when if it's 6 months, it's only $30 more. Yeah, 30 minutes to the service. So I'm sorry, but a fridge does not take 30 minutes. It does not take one person 30 minutes to clean. It might take 30 minutes to do a wipe down of the fridge, but it does not take 30 minutes to do a thorough cleaning of the fridge. And if you are people by experience, I know that customers that request a cleaning of the fridge, it's usually, the fridge is usually dirty. It doesn't need just a wipe down. It needs you to take everything out, scrub the hell out of each individual piece and the shelf and stuff. And you need to scrub the inside because usually there's sticky stuff like all over the fridge combined with the dust and everything. And you know, unless you're a neat freak like me, that I'm constantly wiping down my fridge and like wiping down one section at a time every week, your fridge is usually really dirty. It needs to be scrubbed, it needs to be taken all apart, it needs to be put back in together, and it takes at least an hour, sometimes longer. Usually it takes 2 people an hour to do the fridge and freezer together. It's a complicated job. It's not that simple. If it was that simple, we would be selling more. I would have a multi-million-dollar company by now if it was that simple, but it's not that simple. It's not a matter of making things cheaper. It's a matter of doing things right, and it's a matter of, like, you know, you're restrained by minimum wages and employee fees and employer taxes and workers' comp and all this, you know, extra expenses that you cannot charge more than a certain amount without actually, if you want to actually make any amount of profit, you have to charge a minimum, you know, and that profit, us charging $34 an hour, we barely make anything, but we have to stay competitive because other companies, you know, exploit their cleaners, charging below minimum wage, or hire illegal immigrants and either pay them for the entire day, regardless of how many hours they work. So we are competing with a lot of that, but we still want to stay ethical. And for us, the most important thing is the quality of the work, that we stay as that company. For as long as we exist, we want to be that company that stays intact, like pure, and sticks to their principles, to the ethical principle, for the sake of treating people like decent human beings, whether it's their workers or their clients. We're a transparent company. We're a good company. We're a company that what you see is what you get. What you want, you will get. And what we charge, you will pay, pretty much. Oh, God, I don't believe this. An oven, it could be nasty. It could be, they're only charging also $30 for an oven. An oven could take 30 minutes to be clean if it's only been dirty for like a couple weeks or something, or it only has a little bit of residue that they don't use it that much. But if it's an oven that has been used a lot and has been dirty for a while, oh my God, it takes forever to clean. Like that grime and the grease and the food juices that fall in the oven, and the oven metal racks and everything that constitutes an oven. It's also very hard to, they can be very hard to clean because all ovens, or most ovens, have different shapes, and sometimes the door comes off where you can literally reach inside very comfortably, but sometimes it doesn't, so you have to accommodate yourself in a really weird position. And the point is that unless you know how to clean an oven, it's going to take you a very long time, and you might not even do it right. They're complicated to clean, and they are usually not $30 or more than that. Depends on how dirty they are. So this is ridiculous. It's just, you can't just say it's gonna take 30 minutes, because once 3 hours and 30, the whole house might not even take you 3 hours. So once 3 hours and 30 minutes is done, the person's gonna be stuck there, either feeling compromised to finish the job, or be like, I'm sorry that, you know, I'm done, my time is done, I have to go. And the oven might be like half clean, like you might have wiped it down really quick, remove some of the soap, and it still looks almost the same. Like, might as well, you should have not even touched it. And people are paying, like, on a regular price would have been $171 with a half-ass oven cleaning. That is $50 an hour. You're paying $50 an hour to get a half-ass job by an amateur, incompetent, untrained person. And then laundry, it's like, oh, laundry, they charge a lot more. So laundry is one of the easiest things. It just takes a little while to It's actually not. Like, all they have to do is, what do they do? It doesn't even explain what they're doing. Like, I'm assuming they're gonna put your dirty laundry in the laundry washer and put the soap and the button, and then put the clean laundry into the dryer, and that's it. Like, that's not a lot of work, but somehow for that they are charging $40 for laundry. They are so stupid. They are just basing on like what other companies charge, or I don't even want to get into that. Anyways, it's insane. It's ridiculous. $250 for a fucking small apartment. It's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. People, please don't get ripped off by this company. Like, there are so many other better options. Why would you do that to yourself? Why do you appreciate, you know, these kind of companies are what ruins the US economy. Because all the money is going to these corporate people instead of literally being spread evenly to actually create jobs, to actually, you know, pay people as employees and generate, you know, employee benefits like Social Security and stuff, and also pay managers and people take care of this, and, you know, start spreading out evenly. Instead, they pay, you know, exploit the hell out of these ignorant people, and then all the earnings go straight all the way to the top. So to these app people, these people, all they care is about the money they make. And I'm gonna make more videos about this, because there's all these like these people trying to teach us how can you grow your cleaning business. Like I don't like they deal with a lot of ignorant people. Like, they treat the cleaning service industry like it's like you're selling bread here. All you care is like, as long as you can find a way to make more bread, you know, you can make a shitload of money. But that's not how it works. We're not selling bread here, okay, people. We're selling human time, human labor, okay? You can't just treat it like it's nothing. You have to treat it right. You have to be appreciative of your cleaners. You have to be appreciative of the people that is actually doing the job. What is wrong with you people? Like, what is seriously wrong with you? That's what we are in the situation that we are. That's what this whole world is going to shit, because we continue to support these assholes. They just treat us like we are just another piece for their, you know, piece in their chess game or whatever the hell. We're nothing to them. We're nothing. There's no more human touch anymore. It's all about how much money we're gonna make out of this, and that's it. This is insane. This is ridiculous. Other than that, so once I did the booking, I picked the monthly. I did the 6 months to get the lowest price possible, and I was like, if this new person doesn't work out, I'm gonna maybe get the other person and check him out, and then after 2 tries, I'll just cancel it. Whatever. Like, I'll just probably lose the 100. I'll just lose the original discount plus maybe, I don't know how much. I think I got $44 discount. I don't know, but I'm probably gonna end up spending a lot more than what I would have liked. So that said, but I'm gonna see it as like, if the next person literally shows up late, like this last guy, and does half his job, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, but I am paying $100 and something, and this is not okay. You either stay and clean my house right, or I am going to give you a really bad rating. So this is not okay. This is not okay what they're charging. It's insane. And then, like, friendly, vetted professionals. What the hell does that mean? All professionals at Handy platform are screened, background checked, and are rated by customers like you to ensure quality. Dude, you should see the ratings. They're like, he was very friendly, he was da-da-da. Like, it's really hard to give a bad rating to a person that is making minimum wage and is doing the best that they can to the best of their knowledge. How are you gonna, you know, when it's really the company's fault? How are you gonna do that to a person that literally needs to make ends meet? How are you gonna give them a bad rating? You know, it's really messed up. And then some people don't even really know about what it is. What maybe some of these people it's their first time with the cleaning experience, so they don't know what to compare it to. So yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, so that said, we are going to end this recording. Oh my god, I think I need like 3 hours to talk about this, to be honest. Like, I don't think I can summarize like what I need you guys to understand, like, everything that entails this company. So pretty much this explanation right here was to show you guys how their system is not that easy. It's very complicated because you're like, how to be like, okay, should I do it for 3 months? Should I do it for 6 months? It's so complicated, it's so Roman. Like, what would be the best option? You have to. It took me hours to kind of like be able to figure out like what would be the best option for me, and also how it was going to be convenient because I'm doing this review on it. But it's just like I'm giving you to guys how it is. It's just very misleading because it makes you think that they're going to clean your entire place for that amount of hours. But at the beginning I thought, well, maybe they're going to do a little more at the beginning and then the other times they're going to do a little less. But that's not true, because the way they're doing it is that they are telling the cleaner, you're getting paid for 3 hours, you better get it done in 3 hours. And I'm over here thinking, well, I'm paying this much amount of money, and for my experience and my customers, if we would give them like or if we're not clear about the expectations of the total fee, we'd be like, oh, it should be about this much, then they'll be like, they would say like, oh, it was $300, then they expected like the entire place to be perfect for $300. They will go with their finger and like touch the most random of places, the most like, oh, look, it's not clean. You said clean. I expect clean. Oh my God. So I think on the next video I'm going to talk about all the stories that I heard from this guy, the things that he has been put through, just going by himself to houses that he doesn't know what is he going to get in, what is he walking into. And you know how terrible and inconsiderate customers can be, because they have an expectation. They think, when you go to a restaurant and you order a burger, you get a burger. You don't get a half burger, you don't get an incomplete burger, you get a burger. And when it comes to the cleaning service, it's not that way. We charge by the hour. So you have to be very, very specific with customer. Like, we'll do what we can in that hour. It all depends on how dirty your house is. We don't know. We don't know what we're walking into. So it's whatever you want to pay, we'll do our best. So you have to be very clear about that, because customer will be like, hey, I wanted the whole place clean. So in this situation, Handy is making people leave. I thought I was getting the whole place clean. Is it like I put an apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I want my 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom to be clean. I don't care how many hours you're charging me. You should tell me, is this many hours, many times an hour? How many hours do you want? That's not what they asked me. They told me it's going to be this much, which is a pretty high amount considering the fact it's a very tiny place and they're locking me into a contract. I would expect that the job is going to get done no matter what, but that's not what's happening. And then they have this part right here. They have this section right here where it tells you like, what should I expect with the cleaning? What's included in the service. And it tells me that it's included bedroom, living room, common areas, dusting all surfaces, wipe down all mirrors, glass fixtures, clean all floor surfaces, take out garbage, recycling, So they really expecting these people are gonna fucking fly through the house and do an excellent job. They are telling the customer that I should expect all this to be done. And it wasn't done. Like all this, it wasn't done. It was not done. None of that. He didn't clean my bathroom. He only vacuumed my living room. No, he didn't vacuum my living room. He vacuumed my couch. That's all he did. That's all he really did, because he was extremely late, and then we were talking for like, I did stole like maybe 45 minutes out of his time, but then with I think 30 or 40 minutes that he had left, he did nothing. So literally a room should have not taken more than 20 minutes to be done, especially because it wasn't really there. Anyways, I should have been expecting the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the common areas to be done. So that's what I'm expecting as a customer, but that's not what the cleaner knows or thinks, because they're here to work 3 hours, and in 3 hours they need to go. And like this guy said, like, I don't know what I'm walking into. Many times I'm walking into houses like that are hoarder status. How am I going to be able to get it done in 3 hours? That is insanity right there. Why would Handy do that? Why would Handy set these expectations? It's ridiculous. And it's not even giving me option of choosing longer, unless I make it look like it's a bigger house, which is not true, which is very misleading. And it's hell of overpriced. So I think I made my point clear right there, which is also part of the same thing, but I guess this takes us to point number 3, why their services are very unfair to their customers and their associates, which kind of like already half explained that part. But to add to that, okay, so one of the things that it's really unfair about this whole situation, and which leads to an overpriced situation or whatever, just unfair in general. Like I said, when you don't know what the house looks like, when you don't know how long it's gonna take, how are they just deciding these prices? Why are they basing these prices on? Like, they're basing it on people they saw cleaning. They're basing it on the training they did on a couple people. Like, what are they basing it on? Their prices are illogical. They're very illogical. And at the end of the day, they are selling time. They are charging per hour. And the least you purchase from them, the more per hour is going to cost you, which is really freaking unfair. You should stick to a time. Be like, hey, you know what? If you're only gonna pick this amount, we'll hook you up. What we're gonna do, we'll hook you up in the first cleaning. We'll, give you some extra hours, and then but you need to be locked into a contract, so the other cleanings will be a little less. But it's all together, in a matter of 6 months, you're only gonna spend. It would have been like you spend $150, per service or whatever. But they need to be fair. Like, why not telling people like all initial cleanings are longer? All initial cleanings are longer. But it's stupid because you never know who you're gonna get the next cleaning. So why would the first person want to take a lot longer if he's not gonna come back to that service? It's just so illogical. It's so unfair. It makes no sense whatsoever. So be forced into a contract. Why would I want to be forced into a contract? If I'm happy and satisfied with the service, I should have the freedom. This is a free country. It's supposed to be a free, fair country. I should have the freedom to choose if I want to hire you guys back again, and when do I want to hire you guys back again. Not lock me into a 6-month contract where I have to have you at least six times before you release me out of that contract, or I pay a certain amount of money before you lock me out of that contract. So why will you do that? Why would people want to sign up for that? I only did it because I really want to do this review. I really want to do this review on this horrible company, and I feel like whatever the price they have to charge, I feel like it's just fair. It's just fair if I can save a lot of people from working for this company, because I am going to talk about that as well, and have a couple of links of other people talking about their experience with working for this company. It's funny, there's not a lot of videos about it. The only things that I found is from people that had very little very small experience with them. So the recording that I got from the guy that we hired, he has been working with them for a little bit longer than that. So he's been dealing with a lot more experiences. So that will be a much more accurate description of what it is to work for Handy. Oh, like for example, even for you would think, so some of the guys talk about how, I think I need to make another video about that. And some of the videos that I'm gonna link, one of the guys talk about how for moving or different jobs that they do, furniture assembling or whatever, they pay a little more than cleaning. Look at this. It's just so unfair how they, it's such a classist mentality where they're like, oh, you're a home cleaner? Oh, that is such a low class kind of job. So you're only gonna get paid $50 an hour. But you're a mover. Oh, that's a little higher, higher class. That's a little harder. That's not true. I'm actually, okay, I have to do another video about this for the moving situation, because it's crazy how this guy only got paid $20 an hour for doing moving, and they only hired him for a certain amount of time, but the customer actually paid $400 for that time. He paid $400 for a 5-hour service. I don't know if he actually read the part, because it's in small little letters. So sometimes at the beginning, I had this understanding that was like X amount of money for the total job, and no, it's X amount of money for X amount of hours. So the person pays $400, and they were expecting a company to show up. They were expecting a company with a moving truck and moving supplies and everything to show up. And instead, this guy to come and help, and they're getting charged almost $100 an hour. This is ridiculous. Literally, I paid $400 to my movers to move my entire 2-bedroom apartment. And they did it in like, we helped a little, obviously. We helped a lot, actually. We were all helping. But, you know, by all of us helping, these two guys, they provided the truck, they provided blankets to cover up, you know, pointy things so it doesn't scratch anything, so it doesn't, you know, so they don't get scratched, so they don't get, nothing gets damaged. So they brought their own supplies. They brought these blankets, they brought wrappers, they brought plastic, they brought the bubble thingies, they brought everything. They even brought boxes to pack things that that were not unpacked, and they may have these special boxes for clothes, and they just had, you know, exactly what to do. They knew the drill. They knew everything perfect. We didn't have to tell them anything. They knew exactly what to do. And they brought the truck, $400. These people paid $400 for a person, for one guy. I paid $400 for two guys with all the equipment and everything. You know, I didn't even have to do anything at all. But we still did it to be able to get everything done faster. But they did most of the work. So it's just insane. Like, why are people hiring Handy? Why? I don't get it. And they are just ripping off people. So in that situation, I guess it was worth it for the guy, because making $20 an hour, it's fair if you're not providing like any truck or anything. But it's still not very fair, because you're not getting workers as a independent contractor. You're not getting workers comp. If you get hurt, that's all on you. You are gonna be disabled for God knows how long and make no money, because you never got unemployment. You don't get unemployment benefits as an independent contractor. You don't get Social Security. You don't get any of that, which is the unfair part. I don't know why people are not dealing. If you're gonna be an independent contractor, you need to get paid double the amount as an employee. Double, because you need to have that extra cushion in case something happens. And if you spend it, that's all on you, but you made that much money, that much more, to be able to, you know, be safe about it. So it's just really, really ridiculous. So pretty much Handy is just taking advantage of these people, making them believe that they're making, you know, fair amount of money, but they really ain't making what's fair for them. They just think it's fair because they think, oh, it's more than minimum wage, but they don't realize what minimum wage really entails. They just know that they're like, oh, they take home this much money, so it feels like it's less, but it's not really less. Like, being an employee has way more benefits than what you think. So just because you take home $13 an hour, $12 an hour, does not mean that that's all you're making. There is, please people remember, there is benefits to being an employee. As if you lose your job or something happens, you get to get unemployment, which independent contractors don't get. This is the downside of being an independent contractor. You might take more money home now, but what's gonna happen down the line? What's gonna happen when you do your taxes? Oh shit, I forgot to save. I didn't know I was gonna owe this much money. Like, there's so many things that, you know, being an employee, just you don't really have to worry about any of that. You're on the good. All you have to do is show up to work and do your job, and you're good. So people are just not understanding that aspect, and it's not fair that companies, you know, smart companies like Handy, are taking advantage of, really taking advantage of this ignorance among people. But I am here to clear that up. You're welcome. Next point will be, why are they one of the most unethical companies to hire, and how they support modern exploitism, and you shouldn't trust them at all. Which I think I kind of like already explained this part so far, but if hasn't been clear to you guys, let me tell you that because they are not transparent. They're not a transparent company with their clients or contractors, which I sort of explained that already, but I have way more examples to tell you guys. So like I mentioned before, right? Neither the contractor knows what they're walking into, what is that they're gonna face, especially for house cleaning. For moving, it's kind of like straightforward. You're gonna be picking up stuff and taking them from place A to place B. But when it comes to cleaning services, it could be a horror story. For all you know, like, God, I have stories to tell. We have walked into the most horrifying kind of scenarios, and it's a very, very complicated place because the customer thinks that they're gonna get this service, and you're over here thinking, how am I gonna do this? And when you don't deliver, the customer takes it out on you. They don't take it out on the company, they take it out on the cleaners. And they take it out on the company too, because if the company doesn't give them something free, like in our situation, they'll go and leave us a bad review as a company. But in this case, companies like Handy, they'll wash their hands really clean, really good, to be like, oh, well, so sorry, let us give you, they'll probably give them a discount, but they go to the contractor and be like, yeah, you didn't deliver, customer wasn't happy, we're going to charge you this because customer said that you didn't do this, or you didn't finish this, or you know what, you're not going to get, you've been deactivated because you're not a good, you're not a good cleaner. And they were not there. They don't know if the person literally went on their knees, which I have one of these, and scrubbed the hell out of something, worked their ass off, even stay extra long, and still got paid the same minimum wage, minus the gas, minus the supplies. It's really ridiculous. Like, this company does not care at all for their cleaners. And also, as a customer, I don't know who am I gonna get. I don't know if I'm gonna get a person that is gonna work really hard, or a person that just gonna do whatever and just try to work in their own way, and I'll do it right, and then after 3 hours, boom, they leave, and I'm still left with a dirty house. And also, I do not get to see their pictures. Their Handy does not reinforce that they have to have a profile, they have to have a picture. All they do is they just have their name and their ratings, and that's it. So I have no idea who the hell is coming to my house. What do they look like? If they look creepy, if they look dangerous, if they look friendly. Like, I have no idea what they look like. And I'm sorry, but some people really care about who are they going to bring to their house, to be around their kids and stuff like that. Or sometimes you're a single lady girl and you don't want some 50-year-old creepy looking guy coming into your house. I'm sorry if this is sound prejudiced, but you have to play it safe. And sometimes you probably be like, you know what, I'd rather have a younger looking person that I feel like has a trusting face. Although faces don't mean anything, but it do mean to some people, even to animals. So I'm sorry, but pictures matter. You do want to see that the person coming to your house looks like a friendly person that it feels like you can trust. That's how people feel when it comes to safety. I'm sorry, but that's just true. Especially if they're coming into the privacy of your home. Like, it's a picture really matters. It's important to have. The thing here is that you have no idea where this person lives, where the person is driving from. And you will think like, well, that's none of your business. Yes, it is my business, because I don't want to be part of an ethical practice. I don't want to be part of, the fact that I have this guy driving for 2 hours to work for 3 hours, and he has to drive 2 hours back. So he has to drive 4 hours so that he gets paid minus $15 pretty much. So he gets paid negative money. Like, I don't want to be part of that. I'm sorry, but this is really ridiculous that they are blindly making us part of their of their dirty game, where they send people and they do not care how far they have to drive. I care how far that person has to drive. I would never want that person to come and drive all the way over here knowing that they're only getting paid $15 an hour. I'm sorry, but even if that person might ignorantly not understand that he's losing money, I understand that, and I don't want to be part of that. But Handy doesn't care, because it doesn't tell me where the person is driving from, and the worker, the contractor, does not know that he's actually going to drive far as hell until he actually accepts the service. Once they accept, they cannot cancel, because they get charged $50, which that should be illegal. You cannot charge your contractors for, not wanting to do something. That is literally forcing a person. That is the definition of exploitism. That, if that is not close to slavery, I don't know what that is. So this is just so, oh my god, I am so angry at this company. I can't believe I get angrier by the second. So this person does not know, and this other guy, which are the videos that I'm gonna link below, who also stated that, like, he works for TaskRabbit. I haven't had an experience with TaskRabbit. May or may not do a review on them as well. See how much better they are from Handy. But so far, this guy made it seem like TaskRabbit seems like a very much friendlier option, and that he mentions how when you sign up to Handy, you are not allowed to opt in like a certain location. You just kind of like get targeted. Like, if you say your city is blah blah, like for example, his case, like he picked the LA area, but what Handy does, and instead of giving him just the LA area or a certain radius close to his location, to his house, they gave him, and Uber does something similar too, where they gave him the entire LA County. So with Uber, you do get like a radius, but if you're the only Uber in like a 20-mile radius, you will get a 20-mile freaking pickup ride, and you will not know this until you accept the ride. And if you cancel, you get charged, which is very, very unfair. I had many times with Uber. Well, that's another story. I gotta talk about Uber as well. But yeah, many times where I had to go pick up a person really, really far, and they were going down the street. So I made no money on that, and Uber doesn't care. That is not okay. That is not okay to do that to people. You should care about, you know, people's time and money. Why would I waste my time and money to pick up a person that is not going to pay me, like, not even half of what I spent to go pick them up? So that is not okay. It's not okay that these companies are doing this. Like, they're getting paid minimum wage, so they're not even budgeting in their gas money, their time, none of that. Like, there should be, you know, at least if they're going to only get paid minimum wage, be like minimum wage plus this much money for your miles that you drive or whatever. But no, they don't do that. It's ridiculous. And not even the miles, dude, the time. Your time is money. Time is the most precious thing we have. Why would you just waste it like that to not make money? No, I'm sorry, but some people decide to drive an hour to work that, but they drive to an 8-hour job, not to a 3-hour job. They drive to a job that gives them benefits, that treats them like decent employees and guarantees them unemployment because they're employees. They're not independent contractors that is like, oh, 1 minute we need you, 1 minute we don't need you type of situation. Well, this leads to another reason why they're unethical is because the contractor gets no training on how to use the app, which this other guy also mentions, no support whatsoever. They get no information about the job in advance. They or what they're getting into or walking into. They could walk into a hoarder's home or a serial killer by themselves, and they charge the exact same. And if the crazy customer is not satisfied with the 3-hour service that many times they estimate it's going to be, they are completely free to leave an unfair review thanks to the lack of clarity from the app. Nevertheless, there is no option to set in a specific work area or radius. Person also, if they cancel the day of the appointment, they also get, like, if notice that the cleaner is coming late or something, we still get charged for canceling the appointment. So we're forced to accepting the appointment. Like, I wanted to cancel him already because I was like, it's too late, and I couldn't because he didn't want to cancel, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get charged for you being late. That's ridiculous. That's it. That's all I have to say for today's video. I'm gonna make a follow-up video with the extras details about what these cleaners get into, like the stories and the inconveniences and the tragedy of the situations they get put into many times because of the unclarity and unfairness of this app. And I'm gonna also attach the interview that I had with the employee that I hired, and I may also add, I don't know if it'll be soon or not, but the other person that I'm gonna get, so I might be able to have 2 interviews. So please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want me to add on the next video. I'll be happy to do so. Please, I don't know if you guys know this about YouTube, but anyone posting content, in order for us to be able to put more content, we don't, like, I'm not expecting to get any money. I heard that, like, you know, the AdSense doesn't make you a lot of money, but it really helps when you subscribe. When you subscribe to the channel, if you want me to know who subscribed, when you turn on the notifications bell button, I'll see that I'll see who's been subscribing to my channel. That's the only way I can see, like, hey, so-and-so subscribed to your channel. So comments really help. Even if just an emoji face, just leave a comment. That really helps, supports your favorite YouTuber or any new YouTubers that need to get at least to their first 1,000 followers. I mean subscribers. Yeah, please support by subscribing, and all the information will be linked below. Oh, please, something that will really help me is if you click on my website, on the link below. The information will be below where you can check out my cleaning company if you want to know what a professional what a decent, fair cleaning company should look like, should be like. My website, I'm very, very proud of it. Practically built it myself. Well, I did hire some professionals, but I designed everything. So if you guys want to check it out, and also the clicks on the website really, really help my SEO. So that'll be an amazing way of supporting me, supporting my business, and supporting ethical companies. So please, please, please don't forget to do that, please. Thank you, and yeah, see you on the next channel. And look forward to your comments, because I do literally answer to all my comments, because I don't get a lot of them. So I will definitely be answering to your comments. So peace.